Massey University. Dr. Reza, he graduated his PhD and also postdoctoral from Massey University, and now he works as a lecturer in Massey University. He is an expert in feed technology, poultry nutrition, and also feed evaluation. So please give a big applause to Dr. Reza.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to thank the symposium organizer and especially my friend Dr. Tanshuna for inviting me here to present some of our research at Massey University, New Zealand. It's a great pleasure to be here. Thank you very much. Today I'm going to talk about the chicken world, and focus on the pelleting. What's the advantage and disadvantage of the pelleting for broiler diets. I work for Massey University, New Zealand. We are a small country on the very south hemisphere of the world. New Zealand has got two islands, north and south. Massey University has got 3 campuses in North Island, and we are based in Palmerston North, the only poultry research site in New Zealand is Massey University, Palmerston North. New Zealand has got the highest number of livestock per person. As you can see here, we are having around 14 livestock per person, which is much higher than the other countries. We have around 1 million of deer, 40 million of the sheep, dairy cattle 6.6 million, and the beef cattle around 3.7 million. In other words, we have 10 sheep per each person in the country. In terms of poultry, New Zealand has got a small poultry industry, but the most efficient industry in the world. As you can see here, I put some of the data for one of the most common strain in the world. You can see this is data for 2014 plus 308. This is the live weight, and this is the FCR for this strain. But if you can see in New Zealand, we have much better data than the average of the world, with much higher, around 20% more body weight gain, and around 10-15% better FCR values. And also we have some very long name in New Zealand. As you can see here, I've already counted, and you don't need to count it, is 85 letters. So we are kind of have a record of the long names. But feed processing. Feed processing contains many different heat treatments like expansion, extrusion, and pelleting. But in broiler industry, the most common heat treatment is the pelleting. And what pelleting does, it binds the small particles in the feed into the bigger particles in the form of pellet. This is a typical pelleting machine. You can see after the different ingredients are mixed together, they go to the conditioner chamber. In the conditioner chamber, we have heat and moisture coming from saturated steam. Heat is around 85 degrees Celsius. Moisture is around 3 to 4% moisture is added to the feed, and also the time of conditioning is around 40 seconds. After the conditioner, feed goes to the pellet press. The major part is pellet die, with many different, with many holes in, which after the feed, by the use of the rulers, goes into the holes, comes out as a pellet, and is cut in the different sizes. So this is the mash feed before pelleting, and this is the pellet after coming out of the pellet press. Pelleting today, I can say that most of the feed in the world is pelleted for poultry, because it's increasing the gross performance, as it's improving the feed efficiency in the bird. Some of the motivations of our pelleting are summarized here: reducing the number of pathogenic microorganisms, decrease the feed wastage, and also decreases the selective feeding by the bird, and also decreases the time that birds spend on eating. If you feed them mash, In a 12 hours, they spend 103 minutes to eat the feed, but when you pellet the feed, it reduces only to 34 minutes, which saves a lot of energy. It has been measured and has been shown that compared to mash-fed bears, the pellet-fed bears are saving 187 kilocalories because they're just decreasing the maintenance energy, walking toward the feeders, and shift that energy for meat production. But the major motivation for pelleting the broiler diet is just to increase the feed intake. If they eat more, they gain more, and their feed efficiency becomes better. So more feed intake means more production. But if you go to the industry and talk to some people in the feed mills, they believe that when you pellet the feed, the digestion of the nutrients is increasing. But this is not supported by published papers, and in some cases pelleting even can decrease the nutrient digestibility and utilization. To study the effect of pelleting, we choose two studies. In one we had maize and wheat, and another one we had sorghum. In this study we had maize grain or corn and wheat. We had mash, pellet and riground. And we look at the protein, starch, fat, calcium, phosphorus and AME values. And you see here, I put this sign because the interaction, this was a factorial study, were highly significant, which means that these two grains are behave totally different in response to pelleting in terms of the digestibility. You can see that when we had pellet in maize, no effect on protein, starch, but fat, calcium and phosphorus improved. But look at the wheat-based diets. When we pellet the feed, all the digestibilities are significantly decreasing compared to mash-fed bears, and as a result, we have a lower AME value for the diet. This was the first study showing some of the negative effects on pelleting on nutrient digestibility. We did the same study for sorghum, which because there is no time, I don't show the table here, but I've summarized all the data in one table. This is showing the effect of pelleting in maize diets compared to mash. As I show, no effect on protein and starch, some positive effect on fat, calcium, phosphorus. In sorghums, you can see that there is no positive effect. Either there is no effect or there was a negative effect on the starch, fat, calcium and AME values. And in wheat diets, you can see that I call it tragedy because all are negatively affected, and this is what we don't want. For a sustainable production, we need to take the most advantage of the feed. So this is kind of feed stage, which I call it nutritional feed stage, and we want to avoid it. But why then we should pellet the feed if there is some negative effect on digestibility? Because we still have a better performance parameters. They grow faster in pelleted diets compared to mash. This is the performance result of that maize and wheat study. You can see that in pellet diets, in maize, we had 220 gram more body weight gain compared to mash at age of 21 day. Look at the wheat-based diets. Despite all of those negative effects on nutrient digestibility, we still have around 190 gram more body weight gain in pellet-fed bears compared to mash diets. And why this is happening? Because as I explained, they eat more. When you put them pellet, maize-based diets, they ate 27% more feed compared to mash, and in wheat-based diets, it was around 21% more feed intake. That's the feed intake which drives the body weight. They eat more and they grow faster. So instead of considering the feed intake as a first motivation, we need to look at the digestible nutrient because the feed intake does not take into account the digestibility of the nutrients by the bird. But when we are talking about digestible nutrient intake, is a function of feed intake as well as function of the digestibility. So in maize diets, what happens when you feed the maize pelleted diet, feed intake is increasing, so the nutrient intake is increasing. Nutrient digestibility is remains similar for these nutrients, but for calcium phosphorus increasing, and as a result we have a higher digestible nutrient intake and better performance parameters. But what happens in wheat and sorghum diet is a bit different. When you feed the pelleted diet, feed intake goes up, but nutrient digestibility is decreasing. So as a result, this is not at the optimal level that we want, as similar to maize-based diets. So the challenge is here is how we can increase the nutrient digestibility so we can bring it back to the optimal level. I've summarized here some of the mechanisms which can explain how a well-developed upper gut can increase the nutrient digestion in the birds. By upper gut, I mean crop, proventriculus, and gizzard in the birds, which are very important part of the digestive tract, especially the gizzard. Gizzard is the director of the whole mechanism in the digestive tract. If we have a well-developed crop and gizzard, we will have a better grinding action by the gizzard, better chance of the mixing the enzyme, digestive enzymes with the nutrients. We also have a better secretion of pancreatic enzyme, bile secretion, better feed intake regulation, and also we have a higher secretion of hydrochloric acid from proventriculus, which is very important in terms of activation of the enzyme in the digestive tract. And we also have higher retention time in the for the digester in the gut, and as a result of all of this, we have a better enzyme efficiency and better nutrient digestion. But there are two parameters in this photo that a proper digestion depends on these two parameters, and one is pH, another one is the digester retention time in the digestive tract. These two parameters has been identified as the limitation for digestion in the digestive tract. If you look at the pH value of the digestive tract in the birds, you see there is a wide range of pH from 5 to 6 in the crop, very acidic pH in proventriculus and gizzard, and then again goes up to 8 at the secum. So because of this big variation, pH becomes the first limitation, and the second limitation is transit time. From the time that the bird eat the feed to the time that they excrete the feed is only 3 to 4 hours. And out of these 3-4 hours, feed only spends 30 to 90 minutes in the upper digestive tract. So this time also becomes the second limitation, and we know that most of the digestive enzymes, to be active and to work on their substrate, they need to be in an acidic pH in digestive tract. So the more we can keep the digester or the feed in this acidic part, we have a better chance of digestion and higher digestibility values. Maybe the most clear example of the importance of pH in the digestive tracts is the calcium and phytate phosphorus complex. In the poultry feed, there is calcium and also there is phytate phosphorus. They can bind together and make a complex. This complex, if the pH value is less than 3.5, is highly soluble. So enzyme phytase can hydrolyze it and then birds can utilize the phosphorus as well as calcium and other nutrients. But when the pH is increasing, you can see that this complex start to precipitate. It means that there is not available anymore for bird to be digested and to be utilized. And if we compare these pH values with the pH values of the bird's digestive tract, you can see that the best pH values for the solubility and enzyme work is actually in the proventriculus and gizzard area. So it's important to have a acidic pH in these two parts of the digestive tract. So how pellet change these numbers? When we are talking about pellet, we are talking about two structures. One is the microstructure of pellet, which is intact pellet itself, as you can see here, which affects the feed intake by bird. And the other one is microstructure of the pellet. And what it means that particles inside the pellet, which they are affecting the gut function and gut development. If we want to have a developed gut, we need to have a coarse particles, big particles in the diet to stimulate the gizzard work and also develop their gut function. If we don't have those coarse particles, there is no need for grinding and the gastrointestinal tract is not developed. And look what pelleting does to the particle size. This is a mashed wheat diet. When we had a mash diet before pelleting, we had around 25% to 30% of the particles were big particles, more than 2 millimeter in size. But when the same diet was pelleted, you can see that percentage of the coarse particles dropped from 25 to 30 to 5 to 10%, and fine particles percentage increased. So what it means is that pelleting works like a grinder, also grinds particles more and reduces the particle size. So as a result of this particle size reduction, we don't have a developed gut, especially gizzard in pellet birds. This is what you see in, this is the gizzard and proventriculus of the chickens in mash-fed birds, and this is in pellet-fed birds. Here you can see the muscles are very developed and they are very functional. There is a distinct sphincter between the proventriculus and gizzard. But when you feed them pelleted diet, this is what you see. It may look bigger, but if you weigh them, you will see that they weigh less than these ones. The reason is that the muscle is not worked, is not developed. It's a very thin layer of muscle, and you see there is no sphincter here. So they are not doing anything. The feed comes from one side and then goes out from the other side without active grinding. And this is the table. I've summarized the numbers here. You can see this is a mash-fed bird, and this is pellet-fed bird, and this is size reduction as a result of pelleting in different part of the small intestine, and also weight of the proventriculus gizzard. You can see that all of them were smaller in size, between 17% to 19%. And look at the weight of the proventriculus, 11.5% less. Gizzard is 25% less than mash-fed bird, and also the weight of Sika, 20%. This may not look important, but that might be one of the reasons that we have more moisture in the excreta of the birds when they are feeding pelleted diets compared to mash diets. So when we pellet the feed, they eat more. The digestive tracts becomes shorter and smaller. As a result, the retention times per unit of the feed becomes less and less, And what happens to the pH? You can see that pH value in pellet fed bears compared to mash are higher, and this is a thing that we don't want to see. We want to have a lower pH value. So when we pellet the feed, these two limitation, pH value and retention times, becomes more troublemaking, become more limiting factors for the digestion. And still, this is not the end of the story, because in some cereals, viscose cereals like wheat and barley, we have the problem of NSP and viscosity. So if any NSP is going to be degraded in the digestive tract, that's the soluble NSP, and it's going to happen in the upper gut, in crop and gizzard. So as a result of having a smaller upper gut, we are having less degradation of NSP, so we have more viscosity inside the digestive tract and less digestion happening. So we know that what the problem is now in pelleted diets, how we can address that problem. One strategy which can be used for all grains is to restore the functionality and development of the gut, especially the gizzard, to overcome these physiological limitations. And the second one, which can be used for viscose grains, is combination of this technique plus using the NSP degrading enzymes to overcome the viscosity and NSP problem. Just to show you two simple examples of these strategies, this is the study that we did with maize-based diet. In this study, we had 3 different particle sizes by using the different grinder sieves, 2, 5, and 8. We managed to have the higher particle size. You can see the big particle size here compared to this one. And then we use these 3 different size particle size maize to make 6 diets, 3 mash, 3 pellet. I don't want to talk about mash diets, I just focus on pellet diets. And you can see when we had a more particle size, big coarse particle size in the diet, in pellet, you can see that there was increase in the gizzard weight. So gizzard is responding, gizzard is becoming bigger as a result of bigger particle size. And look at the pH value. pH value dropped from 3.4 to 2.9. That's the thing that we want to see. And as a result, starch digestibility increased. Starch is really important in poultry diets because it's the major source of energy for broiler. You can see this improving. Fat digestibility, it wasn't significant, but there is a numerical improvement in fat digestibility. Look at the AME values. We had higher AME value for the diets which were made from the coarse maize particles, and as a result, again, we have some numerical improvement in FCR or peak efficiency. So also there wasn't much problem in maize-based diets, but you can see that coarse grinding still can help to get better result in pelleted maize diets, and also is very important for feed mills, because if they ground less, they can save a lot of money on grinding costs like electricity. The second example is in wheat-based diet. One of the feeding strategies which have been commonly used during the last 5 or 10 years is feeding whole grains. Whole grain of wheat is added to the broiler diet, and there are different ways to do that, but I just want to focus on the pellet part. When we have a pelleted diet, we can add the whole wheat, either pre-pelleting, which means that we add the whole wheat to the diet and put the diet through the pelleting machine, or we can pellet the feed and then add the whole wheat after pelleting to the diet. And this is a study we did with whole wheat inclusion. We had 3 batches of the feed. In the first one, all the wheat in the diet was ground. In the second one, we took off the 25% of the ground wheat and replaced it by whole wheat and then pelleted the diet. In the third one, we took off the 25% of the wheat, the ground wheat, and put the whole wheat after pelleting the diet. And in each batch, we had a xylanase treatment, phytase treatment, and combination of xylanase and phytase treatment. And as you can see here, by peri-pelleting whole wheat inclusion, starch digestibility increased significantly, and when we used post-pelleting whole wheat inclusion, we even had higher starch digestibility compared to ground wheat. And this is AME value. You can see this is the ground wheat. They are all similar diets, but we just had 25% of whole wheat pre or post-pelleting. But look at the AME values. It's increasing significantly. It shows that this mechanism can help to get more digestible nutrients. And again, FCR values, you can see here that the 2 treatments with the best FCR values are the ones with whole wheat inclusion, peri-pelleting or post-pelleting with the combination of the enzymes. So what it means that we need to stimulate the gut development, especially the gizzard development in broilers, to have a better digestion and to optimize the importance and effectiveness of the pellet. So I had to shorten my presentation, so I didn't present some of the slides because of the time. So just to conclude the presentation, we still need to pellet the diets because pelleted diets are having a better performance parameters in terms of the body weight and also feed efficiency, but the current practice of the feed processing does not support the optimum and normal function of the digestive tract. We need to do something to make sure that the gut is developed enough. So we need to restore the functionality of the upper gut. In this case, we can eliminate or even minimize the negative effect of pelleting or nutrient digestibility. One of the methods can be coarse grinding in each grain, or in some grains like wheat, we can use the methodology of the whole grain addition, pre or post pelleting, plus using the NSP degrading enzymes. And thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much.
So the next speaker, Professor Dr. Budi Hartono. Yes. Dr. Budi, he graduated the Doctor of Economical Agriculture from Brawijaya University, and now he is a lecturer in Brawijaya University. He is interested in the field of social economy, and the topic of today, he will tell us about the sustainable dairy farm small scale in Tutu, Parsurahan Regency, East Java, Indonesia. So please welcome Dr. Budi.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon for all. And this moment I try to my topic research in Malang, sustainable dairy farming, small scale in Tutur Malang, Pasuruan, Regency for Raja Malang University. And this moment I to present this my research. And the manager, what is small scale? Small scale in Indonesia is more different with the other country, especially in New Zealand or in Japan. Small scale in Indonesia is limited resource, human resource, capital resource, and knowledge resource. Characteristic dairy farming in Indonesia, small scale. Usually, farmers have caught about 3 to 4 animals. This is very different in Japan and New Zealand. There is 1,000 animals in New Zealand. In Japan, it's many. Yeah. So I introduce my name, Budi Hartono. Yeah. Interest is socio-economic animal, especially dairy farming. And Oswar is my friend in Indonesia, and my student is Osek. Yeah. Okay. Next, introduction. The last year, there has been issue for global warming because by ruminant. One of them adalah we are dairy farming. Dairy farming produce manure, so we are so to pollution, environment limit for air pollution and water pollution. Yeah. So in Indonesia, for create environment friendly agriculture is the main priority. So the farmers must be too concerned to friendly agriculture through integrated. Dairy farming must be to integrated for the agriculture about horticultural crop. There is chili, carrot, and so on. Yeah. So, and in the future, we hope to reduce the effect for environment damage caused by livestock. This is my research. And motivation I do research is how farmer dairy farming to concern in sustainability agriculture. Research method, location research in Tutur District Pasuruan, Regency, East Java. Indonesia is many islands. One of them is Java. Java, there are 3 provinces, and I and Oswald University in East Java, yeah, near Bali. You know Bali? Yeah. Sample I question 19 small dairy farmers. Yeah. I question by purpose sampling farmers have dairy farming and horticultural crop to integrated dairy farming and horticultural crop. Yeah. Why I question and Tutur? Because in Tutur many dairy farming to make manure to biogas for cooking, hot water heater or thunder lighting, many. But but not almost many men. So I cushion and tutor. Data analysis, I will use multi-dimensional scaling. Yeah. And category index for sustainability status, there's four. Yeah. Number 1, 0 to 24.99 is poor, and 2, 25 to 49.99 is less, and 3, 13 to 74.99 is quite, and the last 25 to 100 is good. Yeah. And research by research, there are 5 sustainability as 3 dimensions: economic, ecology, technology, social, and digital. I respect in socio-economic, but not technology like in Japan and New Zealand. Economic have index 67.98. This is white, and for all economic, ecology, technology, they have index 56.74 to 73.9988. Yeah. This is category is low. Yeah. For in every dimension, there are 60 items. They are index is very, very low. But I think there are 3 support for economic attribute. There are available concentrate, allocation working time, system integration, dairy farming with horticultural crop. There are available credit. Credit and sustainable is connect. The farmer in Indonesia small scale is limited capital. Yeah. So credit is the main of to future develop dairy farming. Ecology, there are 14 items. Yeah. There are very, very, very huge index. Yeah. But I think positive thinking about to support ecological attribute. There are slope of the ground, greenhouse gas emission reduction, and tutor manure to make biogas and to fertilizer. Yeah, biogas for water heater, for cooking, or fertilizer. Manure, fertilizer make to compost. Compost to use horticultural crop. And dimension technology, there are 16. They have value index is very, very good. Yeah. But I think positive thinking about three main to support technology attribute: application forest, conservation, civic plan forest animation, and probiotic feed and compost. There are to capital to develop dairy farming sustainable agriculture. And social dimension, there are 10 attributes that I have index is very true. But I positive thinking about 3 main participation of farmers is very good. Perception farmers to soil and water preservation is very good. And perception farmer organic fertilizer is very good. But in institution dimension, there are 13 items. There are index is small, is low, more. But I have positive thinking about 3 items to support ecology attribute. Implementation regulation is very good. Sanction action and regulation of environment is good. And social justice act environment is good. But and the last conclusion, before all my research and tutor, its position is quite sustainable because the dairy farming only small scale with many limited resources. But in the next future, government Indonesia to concern dairy farming must be to correlate, must be to sustainable agriculture with dairy farming integrated with horticultural crop. Okay, thank you very much.
Dr. Oscar Solvin. He graduated his PhD and also postdoctoral from Pajadalan University and Göttingen University, and also his master from the Netherlands. His research interest is in biotechnology, feed technology, feed processing, and non-ruminant nutrition. Please welcome.
Okay, I would like to say thank you very much to organizing the symposium, and especially the dean and staff to invite me to share about something in the animal science. Okay, in East Java. The title is not coming to research, but based on the research. But I would like to share how to solve the problem, because we have a lot of local stuff, but we need to do it about how to substitution about the local feed goes to import local feed stuff. Okay, this is our country. You can imagine there's a lot of the small islands, only 5 big islands: Sumatra, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, Papua, and Java. This my university is Java, and in the west this come from in West Java, but now I'm working in the East Java. Yeah. Now, East Java is very famous in the center of livestock, because most of the production livestock this is the central our country, capital Indonesia, Jakarta. Here, the center of the palm here, center of the feed industry, because this in the East Java, lot of feed industry, something like the famous in the Thailand, Sarun Kopan. Yeah. Confit feed, Charun Kompas is famous in our country. Now, in Indonesia, this 5, you can imagine the 15,000 small islands. Yeah. Oh, this is our target to be achieved. There's a lot of opportunity, the local feed stuff. And how to the avenue and these are resources, and this is the problem, and this is the goal revenue. If we go here, we can success and high population non-ruminant. I mentioned here non-ruminant, especially in the poultry. Yeah, poultry, but it's not modern poultry. Like we explore potential local poultry. Yeah, I think this is already mentioned the Reza, the president before, is very fire. Yeah, we found a problem about the genetic makeup, broader poultry modern. I mentioned poultry modern because high genetic, high quality feed. This is it. But we have problem the poultry local non-ruminant, yeah, especially in poultry because high demand this poultry, but we have lack or low genetic improvement. But the real opportunity because the tolerance local feed is higher in local feed compared to broiler or the modern poultry. Yeah, this is our problem. Local feed ingredients problem is Java. Scale farms, relatively small business. Yes, not big business. Yeah. Later on I give you example local poultry. The difficulty of the access to capital to productive resources like bank, investor, and states. Yeah. Also, the still land changed the trade system in the livestock because the small farmer goes to the city is quite long trade. Yeah. The absent legal certainty resulting in low interest investor invest in livestock. Now, I would like to share and how to solve the problem. And unintegrated source, the further with the potential regional man, the incidence rate, the transmission, the animal disease, the low exchange rate, the cost of livestock production, so the beginning position, the farmer getting lower. Still, many import the livestock. This is our problem. Yeah. Also, some of the region is the illegal states. Yeah. Yeah. This raw material, if you say local feedstuff, we have problem. Source of fiber, the material with the high fiber, because we know that I think Mr. Sutton, yeah, there's in the ruminant is just okay, high fiber, but the problem is in the ruminant is TDN, yeah, total digestible nutrient. That's important thing. But me and Reza, we can thinking about it. Yeah, source of fiber. That's why now. We try to decrease the crude fiber and become the digestive fiber with the technology like the fermentation, like the physical processing, or we don't like advise the chemical treatment. The energy resources, the material protein contain more than 20% crude fiber, yeah, more than 80%. And silver, you can imagine, more than 65%. But I think this in ruminant is okay. But we have problem in the non-ruminant, like swine or poultry. Yeah, the protein resources, protein source, the material has crude protein in the content. Yeah, from the plant, egg meal, egg meal, fish meal, and fish silage. The mineral also, vitamin, the additional. Now, we try to use what we call it certain like the microbe, yeah. We use the probiotic, kemudian prebiotic, symbiotic, and also acidifier, yeah, to increase the low quality. Oh yeah, this the how to sustainable the local feedstuff. What do we mean? Sustainable agriculture, yeah, including both crop and livestock. This the important things. Yeah, the three main objectives: the namely environment, health, economic, profitability, social, and economic. Now, to be sustainable, meet needs to the present without compromising ability future generation meet their own needs. This is the responsibility everybody, including the farmer, decision, policy maker. Now, this is our problem now. Workers, retailer, consumer, meaning there's no link in match, yeah, but still separately. Sustainable should be specify the human food and fiber needs, exchange, environment, yeah, quality and natural resources based on agriculture. Yeah, the sustain economic in farm operation enhance quality like the farmer and society. Now, this is the sustainable agriculture. We need here, yeah, how to maintain this here. Yeah. The sovereign development of feed, the cost feed has always been measured because the annual farm, especially poultry and swine feed, are based on the cereal, grains, and soybean. Till now, in Indonesia, still import, yeah, something like the what we call it, corn, yeah, and soybean meal, yeah, because maize, that's the main feed in Indonesia for non-ruminant. Needs to reduce feed cost by using product but might affect the performance. Now, feed resources, sustainable feed resources, what does it mean? The viable as byproduct industry, low cost content sufficient nutrients, available naturally, can be grown, low input, wasteland, and water body. Nutritive value can be improved, palatable, can be kept long period. Now, I think that's important thing. Yeah. This is local feed in our country, quite a lot here. Yeah. Something like resto, I think the same in Thailand. Yeah. Because the main people like the rice. That's different with the Raja country, yeah, bread. Yeah, oil palm. Nah, that's problem our country this year. Most of the palm kernel not be used in the country itself, but we export. That's problem. Yeah. But if you use the something like the feedlot, it's very good. Yeah. The milling product done with meat, which might this is some part of Indonesia. But the tapioca is very important thing because quite a lot. Yeah, the production, but we not use the optimal. That's contamination. Yeah. Some of our problem this one. We also see problem the dioxin. Yeah. We also have mycotoxin, aspergillus. Yeah. Drug residue, antibiotics. Yeah. This is our problem. The product with because the farmers. Yeah, the small, we can small farmer because they use a lot of the insecticide to spray in the crops. Yeah. Yeah, this is the agro by product. Right? So now we try to change the corns, yeah, corn with the DES. This is the product from the ethanol production. Yeah, this one. Yeah. What are the other feed? Not use the widely. Yeah. This one. Yeah. Algae. We already now use the, but not the 100%, but only 5 and 10% in the feed. Yeah. For the ruminant. Yeah. This is the cycle of food waste. Now, I would like to give you about the biodiversity in Indonesia, especially in poultry. We had a lot of the ayam kampung. Yeah, I think the same in the Thailand, yeah. Wild chicken and the wet jungle fowl. Oh, yeah, and local kacang gold. Yeah. Yeah. Now, with the affected indigenous animal, adapted from the climate, I think we start to explore, yeah, the local jungle, local poultry. Can we feed the poor quality feed, prolific and reproduce well, hard and tolerant occasional poor condition, but maybe we grow the performance. That's our problem. This example, feed material available from waste in East Java. This we call it the paddy straw. Yeah, this for ruminant. This the tapioca waste. Yeah, in Indonesia, sorry, Indonesia. This the coconut. Yeah, coconut waste. This one, yeah, the paddy straw. This one from the part of the corn, yeah, in the top. This is the copra cake, yeah, copra cake. This is the paddy rice, yeah, rice bread. This is the molasses. We have a lot of here. Source of the but the problem is the non-ruminant, something that is negative. Okay. This is on the same like here, yeah. Part of the this is the corn waste, yeah. This is also tapioca waste. This is the sorghum, and this is the what they call what they call it in Indonesia, kapuk, yeah, kapuk seed, kapuk. We have the cotton cake and kapuk cake, yeah, especially in the ruminants one for cattle, yeah, beef cattle. Now, this one, yeah, this restaurant waste, yeah, this also the fisheries waste, and this is market waste. Now we are in the ruminant, especially this one for the swine, yeah, this one. We make the silage. Yeah. This the industrial waste. This is the livestock, leader and heel spade. This is for especially for duck. Yeah. This also for duck. This waste slaughterhouse. This for poultry. This the bone blood meal. This poultry egg and skin egg. This source of the calcium. Now, this is the picture of the kampung chicken. Yeah, I think the same in Thailand. But some people in Indonesia with the fighting cock. Yeah, fighting cock, isn't it? Yeah. Now, this is especially in fighting cock. Yeah. Now, this is the situation, condition, poultry. You can like here. There is not a modern poultry, Reza. This is the traditional market. Yeah. The demand is very, very high. Yeah, because now people in Indonesia like the local poultry. Yeah. Yeah. This modern chicken. Now, this is the potential opportunity. This lamb, paddy rice, this is the duck. Now we try to integrate it, paddy rice and duck. Integrated with cattle and plum tree. Yeah. No, the cattle. Yeah, cattle. Yeah. This is local. In the one. Yeah. Now, what opportunity in the future we need from the symposium is we need the joint collaboration research. Yeah, especially Professor from the Iwata. I'm very appreciate because new technology for I'm interested with the mycotoxin and aflatoxin. Yeah, to use the new technology and joint scientist collaboration, joint guest lecture. Maybe we start to lecture and joint writing lecture and join student exchange. This I hope from the collaboration and from the symposium we need like this one. Okay, I would like to say thank you, Pak. Arigatou gozaimasu. Kun kapun, ya, Pak,